Welcome to this lesson. My name is Peter Udo Modiver. In this lesson, we are going to write a program that will simulate lottery number drawing. Let's go ahead and get started. To do that, I'm going to bring up idle in Python. If you already installed Python, idle comes with it. Will be the text editor. I'll go ahead and expand that and bring up a new blank sheet. Here are our steps. Program purpose. That purpose is to generate a set of 6 numbers from 49 numbers. And we can vary this anytime. We can make it 69 numbers. Some of the lottery numbers have changed. Powerball. And the other one, the big game, whatever they call it, they've increased the odds. So it could be more than 49, but this is just to demonstrate how that works. So that will be the step. Next step will be to import random, which is the module that will generate the numbers for us. Import random. So I'm using these comments to show the steps, and ultimately these comments will be retained here because they will be highlighting what the programs will be doing. You have import random. The next step will be to define the number of lottery numbers to generate. In this case, we're going to be generating 6 numbers from a total of 49. The next step will be to generate the actual lottery numbers. Actually, scratch that. The next step will be to define the range of the lottery numbers. So the range here will be from number 1 to 49. Between 1 and 49, we're going to make the program choose 6 numbers. The next step after that will be to generate the actual lottery numbers. These are not our program. These are comments that Python will ignore, but it will help anybody looking at the program to understand what is going on. We'll still write the program. The next step will be to sort the lottery numbers in ascending order. After that, what's next? Display the lottery numbers for the user to see, and we can include a message to show the date. It's display date of play, day of play, possibly time. Well, we're just going to skip the time, skip that detail. Display day of play, the day this individual played. And to get the date to populate, we actually need to also import another module called datetime. We need to import that. All right. To go ahead and get started in on the actual program, we are going to import those two modules. Import random. Import date time is not important for this program. We're just using it to insert date there. It's not required for the program to work. We can do without it. So import random, we are going to just say that on the code, and that will import random. We're just going to remove the hashtag so it's no longer a comment. And notice the change in color that shows that that module will be imported by Python for us to use. And import datetime, the same thing. That's what we're doing here. We remove the comment, so the Python program will read it as a module to use. So we can import random here. It's ignoring it because I typed that with uppercase. That's how sensitive Python is. The next thing that we are going to do after that will be to define the number of lottery numbers to generate. Here, we want 6 numbers out of the 49 we'll be drawing from. So we're going to say lottery numbers, which is a number of lottery numbers. We're going to say 6. Now we want to define the range of lottery numbers after that, which is this step. And that range will be maximum and minimum and maximum. The minimum lottery number will be 1, and the max lottery number is 49. And there's a step that we missed here, which is to define an empty list, which will be the collection bucket for the numbers we'll be drawing. The collection bucket for the 6 lottery numbers. We need to do that first before generating the lottery numbers with the code. So we are going to say lottery numbers equals an empty list like that. Set of numbers will be going in there, but we start from empty, start from 0. The next thing there is to generate the lottery numbers, and what code will do that? We're going to say, while this will be a repetition, what we call repetition structure, that will iterate 6 times to pick the numbers from a bunch of 49 numbers. And here we're going to use length function, which means length. The length function will compare the length of the numbers picked to the actual number of lottery numbers that we're looking for. And if it's not up to 6, it's going to keep picking until it gets to 6. The length gets to 6. So the length function, while length, the lottery numbers is not yet equals num of lottery numbers. When lottery numbers is not is less than non-lottery numbers. Each number, let's call it here each number for easy identification. In the previous version of this video, the names are easily confusing, so I'm using variables like each number to make it clearer. But if you understand the concept from the first video, you don't necessarily have to watch this one till the end. The only thing we've done is just to change the name variable of number to each number to make it more intuitive, and maybe put in a date display here. So you put a timestamp and date on the program. So each number equals random. So from the random module, we are going to use randint function, which is to generate random numbers from a set of integers. That's what randint does. Randint mean lottery number, comma, max lottery number. Notice that we can actually insert this constant here, and insert 49 here. It still works. It will still work. We just put in this here in case there's need to change this. We don't need to keep going back and forth, updating the number. The variable will grab whatever number that is there and put it there. So you can literally say each number equals random.randint, random.randint, and put 1 here and have 49 here. The lower and then the higher gives the range from where the program will pick the 6 numbers. So that we're going to say if each number is not in, the word is not involved, but not in is the operator used, the comparison operator used in Python. If each number not in lottery numbers, lottery numbers dot append each number. What are we saying here? We're telling this program if each number is not in the lottery numbers that has been picked, if each of the numbers that's been picked from the range here, 1 to 49, is not already in the lottery numbers, which we started with an empty bucket, append that number to the existing bucket. I hope that makes sense. Append means to add it to the existing bucket. Add each number to the existing bucket. The append function, the append method will do that. It will add the number. It will keep collecting numbers randomly from 1 to 49 until it gets 6 numbers, which is what this will be doing. It will keep track of that until it gets to 6. So once we give that instruction, we're going to sort the numbers in ascending order. The numbers that will be pulled, the 6 numbers, we want to sort them in ascending order. So we're going to say lottery numbers dot sort. As easy as that. Sort is another method that's very useful, comes handy when you want to organize your numbers or strings. Lottery numbers dot sort. And what is the next step? We want to display the lottery numbers. Actually, it might make sense at this point to kind of separate this to make the code neater. So now we want to display the lottery numbers. How do you display items in Python? Print, right? So we are going to say print your lottery numbers are, we close with, we open and close with both parentheses and quotes like that. Then we go ahead and say for each number in lottery numbers. Try to make it as intuitive as possible. For each number in lottery numbers, print each number. So those 6 numbers we collected, this print function will display them. Print each number. And to create a space between that line and the next thing that we print, we're going to insert a blank space like that, still with print function. I'm going to do Control S to save this. So if something happens, we do not lose the word. And I'll call it lottery number generator, May the 6th, version 2. I've already written one today, so this will be version 2. So we're going to use that to create a space and say print and print. Print that space and then say print. Let's say we're very nice and courteous. We're going to say good luck. to you, I hope you win. Now remember earlier we imported datetime module here so that we can work with date. We can actually move it down here after all of these lines addressing lottery number. We can move datetime down here below this one, and it will still work. So it doesn't matter where we declare the datetime, it will still work, whether at the top or over here, as long as it's not outside where it's not going to be accessible. However, if we import random down here after writing this program, the program will not see it because the module imported is coming right after it's supposed to have been used. But that's not the case with import date. Import date time can be there or it can be here from where its usage starts. But let's leave it there. The program, the lines of program we're writing now, we still see it where it is. Well, let's display day of play. And how do we do that? Let's use a variable called lottery play day for that. I'm going to correct this. It's not a plus, it's an underscore. You can use any kind of variable there. You can actually remove the underscores and squish all those three words together. It will still work. So you can choose a way to use your variables and they will still work as long as you don't insert any of those unauthorized characters. Like the plus I put there wouldn't have worked. So lottery play date, we're going to say date time dot date time dot now. So the now method here, the datetime module has a method called now that allows it to display the current time, just like the random module has randint to display random set of integers. So each of these are the methods and functions that they come with. And datetime module comes with a datetime library that has now method to display the current date and time. But we are going to format this so it doesn't display everything, including time. There will be no timestamp. We're going to tweak it so that it can only display dates. If you're curious, I can show how time can be displayed too, but here we want to stick with just the date. To do that, we're going to say print you played on. I'm going to use comma. The lottery play date. So this is our variable. If we leave that there, guess what? This is what happens. Oops. All right, so it was able to display, but we have issue with Line number 36, lottery play, there is not. So there's a mismatch between our variable declaration and what we actually use. Let's fix that. It says number 36. So I'm going to go to options and show line numbers and get to line 36, play day. And here we have play date instead of play day. So we're going to call it date. That's probably why I did not see that. And now that we fixed that, let's see if it cooperates with us. Yes. Good luck to you. I hope you win. You play on. Let's correct the grammar there. You played on that date. This is the year, month, and the day. And this is the time, 10:21 a.m. But we can change that to display in a different format that's a little less confusing. And we do that. We are going to use a method called string format time. And the abbreviation is strf time, string format time method. And we open the parentheses there. Because it's string, we open with quote, then percent. If we use uppercase A, that will display the current day with its name. Like today is Saturday, it's going to say Saturday. If we use lowercase a, it's going to use short form SAT, S-A-T, to indicate Saturday. So we have that there. What's next? Comma. The next will be percent D, which is the day. Today is the 6th. So it's going to give a short abbreviation of the current date. And what's next? Percent B. That will display our month with its full name, May. If it's November, it's going to write November. If we use lowercase b, it's going to write NOV to abbreviate November. But we're in the month of May, so it's going to show the 3 letters of May. And the year, same thing. We use percent and Y for year and close the parentheses. Notice that we have parentheses here and another one opening here. So we want to make sure we have 2 over here to close them. Let's see if this cooperates with us. It appears that we didn't close these parentheses. Let's go ahead and close that. And that will hopefully catch any errors that would have resulted. Let's run this and see what happens. Awesome. That was pretty awesome. Here are your lottery numbers. Good luck to you. I hope you win. You played on Saturday, 6th of May, 2023. So each time you run it, it's going to generate random set of 6 numbers. All right. I hope we learned something today. We started with importing the random and the time modules. We define the number of lottery numbers to generate. This is what goes into your pseudocode, or if you are drawing flowchart, this is how you're going to deduct your logic. We define the range of the lottery numbers. We define an empty list, the collection bucket for the 6 lottery numbers. we're looking for. We generate the lottery numbers with this repetition structure here, this decision point, while so and so, and then the if cluster, the if clause under it. And then we sort the lottery numbers in ascending order. We display the lottery numbers with a greeting and display the day of play for the individual. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.